Shall we start with facial expressions? You know, what goes around right here. So the face is a pretty important instrument in the transmission of meaning. It's used to complement or qualify the meaning of spoken words and even replace them. How, you might ask? Well, put it like this. If I'm asking you a yes or no question like, do you want to go to the movies tonight? And you're trying to tell me no, and you're too lazy to verbally say it, you could tilt your head from side to side. That means no, and it replaced the actual verbal word. Or you could shake your head from side to side and say no at the same time. That means you're complementing the spoken word. Anyways, as we were saying, the face is the most important source of emotional communication. Although researchers have disagreed on how the human face functions communicatively, some believe in the categoric perspective. This perspective implies that no matter what, the human face transmits one dominant type of meaning. This means that although you're feeling enjoyment from arriving to this beautiful city, your face is exhibiting humiliation cues from realizing that you just slobbered all over the Statue of Liberty. How could you? This is the case seeing as your feeling of shame is more dominant than that of enjoyment. Get it? Now in total, your face is capable of communicating 7 classes of meaning, that being happiness. Happy expressions are universally and easily recognized. This relates to enjoyment, pleasure, positivity, and friendliness. It's like a little curve wherever your mouth is, and your eyes kind of light up, like this. Then we have surprise. This almost always occurs in response to events that aren't expected, that are sudden, novel, or amazing. The eyebrows are lifted so they become curved and central to the forehead. The skin underneath is stretched, and horizontal wrinkles appear across the forehead. The jaw is sometimes dropped so that the lips and teeth are parted, and the head is often tilted with their eyes raised. And then we have fear. So fear expressions convey information about danger, a nearby threat, a disposition to flee, or likelihood of bodily harm. This implies like a frozen stare, wild and wide open eyes, a pale face, the face pulled back, even chills, sweating, and sometimes you'll like see it really exaggerating where like the hair is like standing up really high. Then we have anger. Anger expressions are very common in the city of New York. It's when you're mad. The eyes narrow and the eyebrows form like a V shape. You see this a lot because New York is so crowded and everyone's in everyone's bubble and whatever. And then the lips tighten. It's like the face that prepares you for combat. Like, get out of my bubble. Adrenaline floats to the body, preparing muscles for violence. And then your body's getting prepared for pain. Like, it's just madness. And then there's sad. So sad expressions convey messages related to loss, bereavement, discomfort, pain, helplessness, and it goes on. It's like the opposite of happiness. So the curve in the middle of your face flips around and your eyes kind of drop and wrinkle. Then we have disgust expressions. These are often part of the body's responses to objects that are revolting and nauseating. Kind of like when I saw your slobber all over the Statue of Liberty. The expression of disgust is like an attempt to close off the nose and the eyes from contact with the disgusting situation. And then lastly, we have interest. This facial expression is essentially neutral and by definition open to information. There are some indicators like a half smile and a slight widening of the eyes, and then a slight frown would indicate concentration rather than disbelief. However, it's important to know that should the eyes narrow and the frown become more obvious, then the person is clearly having difficulty absorbing and accepting the incoming information. So watch out for the difference.
Created using Powtoon.